of NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar, who will be heading to New Delhi tomorrow. Just a few minutes back, we also had West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also announcing that she will also be in the national capital just ahead of the monsoon session. Niranjan is joining us on the phone line, and Niranjan, we also know that Sharad Pawar is currently meeting Uddhav Thackeray at the CM's residence in Mumbai. Tomorrow he is heading to the national capital. This meeting is very, very important just after Prashant Kishore met Sonia Gandhi a couple of days back. What more details can you get for us?
Well, very interesting developments because, Sharad Pawar is headed to Delhi tomorrow, and this came after Mamata Banerjee. There were reports of Mamata Banerjee also heading to Delhi tomorrow. Now, I think the significance also after Pawar met his party leaders, Sanika, we had those pictures that came into our newsroom some time back. And, it's the timing of it is interesting. I think you look at the last 24 hours, last 36 hours, you've had Prashant Kishore meeting the Gandhis. You have Prashant Kishore, we don't know whether he met as an emissary, as a strategist, as some sort of a glue for this anti-opposition, for anti-government forces. But a day after his meeting with, the Gandhis, and we hear that senior leaders were there of the Congress party, and Sonia Gandhi was also briefed on this particular meeting. He's also consulting, of course, we know that he was consulting for Mamata Banerjee, and he handled the entire campaign, and he's very, very close to Mamata Banerjee. And the fact that Mamata Banerjee also is heading to the national capital, critical because we don't know whether whether it is related to the parliament session that's coming up, or whether there's more to what is emerging out of this particular meeting. Now, one thing is for sure, Prashant Kishore has been meeting senior leaders, including Sharad Pawar. I think when Sharad Pawar was in Delhi, there were at least 3 or 4 meetings that took place between Sharad Pawar and Prashant Kishore. And now you have Prashant Kishore himself meeting the Gandhis, and on the back of that meeting, Mamata heading to Delhi, and then Pawar heading to Delhi.
Yes.
And as we speak, he's also meeting Uddhav Thackeray. So the interesting aspect also that Pawar is meeting Uddhav as we speak in Mumbai. So, as of now, that meeting is also happening. So, series of political meetings and a big Delhi meeting, I think, is the way to put it. There have been a series of consultations and that the opposition parties have been having. And now, after the series of political consultations, they're all heading to Delhi. Now, we don't know whether there will be, a meeting in Delhi, whether there will be a public meeting, a private meeting, or because usually these things are not publicized, just sometimes it slips through. And sometimes you want it to remain a secret, but you still, you have that video too that come out. So we don't know whether they will be meeting, but certainly I think you can expect some sort of a movement in Delhi in the next couple of days, because otherwise Pawar would not have met his party leaders and then follow that up with the chief minister meeting. I mean, he meets his party leaders, he meets Uddhav Thackeray, and he's headed to Delhi, obviously with a political message.
Absolutely, Niranjan, and Piyush is also joining us live on this news break, because for the next couple of days he will be keeping a close track on the developments that are taking place in the national capital. And Piyush, like Niranjan was telling us, the last 2 days have been very politically charged in the national capital. The next few days will also be very interesting in the run-up to the monsoon session. And we just had Sharad Pawar also giving an off-record statement yesterday, sort of building up to what could be happening in the next few days in the national capital. So Piyush, if you can give a sense to our viewers about the other regional leaders who could also be expected in the national capital in the next few days, if you have any more information on the political developments in Delhi.
Well, Sanika, big political development is now taking place in the national capital. You would also remember that how there was a meeting of Rashtra Manch a couple of days back at the residence of Sharad Pawar itself, which was headed by Yashwant Sinha, and he was at that time representing the Trinamool Congress, representing Mamata Banerjee, and that meet took place at Sharad Pawar's residence, where the like-minded parties had also participated. There was a representative from Samajwadi Party, Farooq Abdullah was also there. There were a few writers also, few personalities, film personalities were also invited. So like-minded people have already held a meeting at the Sharad Pawar's residence. And now what we are told is that after Mamata Banerjee, who is now reaching to Delhi, Sharad Pawar is also reaching Delhi, which is going to tell us as to how it's going to be very crucial, because these like-minded parties have earlier also suggested that to defeat the BJP and especially the charismatic figure of Narendra Modi, they have to come together. Nawab Malik was the one from NCP who had also given a statement before that Rashtramanch meet also took place. So not only Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee, but other political party leaders are also expected to come. In fact, we know, Sanika, that from Monday, 19th of July, the monsoon session is also going to begin. Before that, almost all the leaders will have to be in Delhi. And Sharad Pawar reaching here in national capital after Mamata Banerjee has certainly got a lot of political relevance. We'll have to wait and watch as to how other political parties are also going to join the hands.
Yes. Yes, Piyush, and we'll be closely monitoring the developments that will take place in the national capital in the next few days. Politically exciting news expected in Delhi in the next few days. Thank you very much.